Guys, my name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to some more Mountain Blade to a Bannerlord. Today we are diving into the realms of Throne Mob. This is a Game of Thrones modification for Bannerlord and it has recently come out with one of the largest campaign maps that we have seen so far in Bannerlord. It also has 18 new kingdoms, lots of new cultures, new noble troops and house troops for all the troop trees. We have hundreds of new NPCs, hundreds of new armors and weapons, as well as wights, even the Night King beyond the wall who roams around, and so much more. So what I thought we'd do today is dive in and take a look at all the new stuff that this mod does have to offer. I'll obviously link it down below in the description. On top of that, this mod is also updated for 1.7.1, so you can go ahead and play it on the current patch, so I definitely recommend you go over and do that. So yeah, we have a bunch of new cultures in it, from Westermans all the way down to the Crownlands and the Rivermen, so you can basically kind of pick and choose. I'm not sure how much these have actually been changed, the actual bonuses, and it'd be awesome to see kind of more specific bonuses added in for each of the cultures, but again, that's something that we will see probably later on down the line. Right now, we are still just diving in. All of these also go ahead and give you your custom start. So for example, if we were to play as a Dothraki, we'll go ahead and spawn over in Essos. Essos is actually a big part of this mod, and you can see some of the custom armors as well that are now in. This, I believe, wasn't originally in the mod in previous updates, but now it is. So if we just go ahead and dive through this really quickly, nothing to really worry about here. We'll just go ahead and pick a character, and then we'll dive in and take a look at the huge custom campaign map. So obviously we start off over here in the Dothraki Hordes, so we can go ahead and recruit and kind of maneuver our way around. But yeah, look at this map. So we go all the way from Slaver's Bay and obviously Marine, all the way over to Westeros. I mean, oh my god, this map is absolutely humongous. Absolutely huge. Really cool to see kind of the detail going in on this map, and I'm sure as the updates come in, more and more of this map will go ahead and get filled out. So as you guys can see, obviously we'll take a quick look around the campaign map. You can see all the different settlements. I also do like some detail is starting to be added with roads. You kind of got the dirt roads version here, kind of out in the steppes. And then also over, obviously if we go over to Westeros, you'll be able to see kind of more of the King's Road scaling out. So much more of a sturdier road moving out there. The detail is awesome though going in. I love the way that the map has been designed. It's looking very cool indeed. Even got the Eyrie atop the mountain as well. So a very fortified position. Again, I'm still pretty sure you can just like TP past this. Hopefully one day, whether it's this or the other Trials of the Seven mod, can get it so you can't pass into the Vale without going through the bloody gate. I think that'd be so awesome. Or maybe you have to go all the way around through the fingers or something along them lines. We also have the Iron Islands in this as well, so it's kind of cool to see, and you can make your way through all the passages right here. Can be just traversed quite easily. As I said, units have all received a massive update, so I believe the Ironborn have recently received a fairly large armor upgrade. So now you can see there's a bunch of new armors for the Ironborn when they are going into battle, and I believe the Ironborn, yeah, have a lot of axes and other interesting weapons as well. You've got some berserkers stuck in there. I know the mod has warhammers as well, so you can actually wield Robert's Valyrian steel, not Valyrian steel, that'd be pretty insane though. Robert's big old warhammer. The mod also has Valyrian steel blades as well, which is really cool to see. But the main big update was the map itself. So yeah, the map is absolutely huge, and I love, hopefully we'll get more and more detail added in, because there are some, you know, some big open fields and stuff like this. So yeah, it'd be cool to kind of get some objectives out here, or maybe more settlements or whatever. Obviously, you know, the map is so big that it's probably hard to fill every little part in with buildings. But yeah, maybe just having like bandit hideouts and maybe like one-off villages that aren't tied to anybody. And yeah, I mean, I guess it doesn't really work in the lore. But yeah, just kind of filling in these blank areas would be really cool. Whether it's with more settlements or with just kind of other minor details like inns and stuff like that you can travel to, would be a really cool way of going about it actually. And you can kind of, you know, buy food and sleep there and heal and just kind of do other stuff itself. We also have the custom unit models as well. I believe these are the same ones that Trials of the Seven use, which were originally designed for a mobile game, and they've kind of been imported in here. I believe they got permission to do that, which is always cool, and you can see them right here. looking very nice as well, just adding that little bit of flavor. And I'm sure, again, later on down the line, we will start to get custom models. I know there's a few mods out there already doing it. In the Name of Jerusalem, they started adding custom settlements. So yeah, when they can start designing like the castles to look like Westeros, that'll be dope indeed. Even got Dragonstone out here looking beautiful. If we zoom in as well, you can see, oh, there's actually no Dragonstone troops here. But again, Dragonstone have a very nice roster that they can play from, yeah, they kind of level up quite nicely. And again, you can see a lot of the Dragonstone infantry getting up there pretty elite. With some nice units. But again, there's hundreds of new units across the board, so I'm not going to go to every single faction just to show it off. We can obviously take a look at a few more. I know the Vale, if you play as a Valeman culture, they have some really good cavalry bonuses. And again, you can see some of their horses looking nice. I would also love to see some more Gambesons added in for the mod. Again, this is kind of like my wish list. I think having the Gambesons in would be really nice. The game also runs really well. I've got 140 FPS right now moving around the campaign map, which is really nice. Yeah, that's kind of is a big boom with performance. And you know, with this being on the new 1.7 plus patches, I believe 1.72 does have a pretty large performance buff as well. So that'll be really nice. Even have Harrenhal here looking in this derelict state. Again, I would love the ability to like try and rebuild Harrenhal as a quest line later on down the line when modders do start to add in quest lines. That'd be really cool. The Dornish as well. The Dornish have a new roster as well, which is always cool. So yeah, if we take a look at them as well, you can see some of the Dornish units pretty set up and ready to go. Some decent armor, very well equipped, and yeah, ready to get themselves stuck in. As I said, there's all new characters as well. So if we take a look, we go to Sunspear, you can see all the new different characters have been custom made for the mod. If we go to King's Landing, you'll be able to see that as well. There is the Spawn Child, who is invisible, still loading in. Sometimes the characters do take a little bit long. Yeah, look at him. Oh my god. Can't wait to thrust my sword through his armor. And yeah, he's already got the traits to prove it, which is always funny. If we go to the north, you'll be able to see the current Lord of Winterfell. Like so. Again, if we go to Winterfell, sorry. You got Robb Stark leading the men of the north, wielding a blade. Generous, honest, daring, and cruel. I mean, I guess he did have to chop off the head of his bannerman and some of the Northmen as well. The recruits starting out, and you kind of continue to level up and get kind of stronger and stronger as you go. Until you are that little bit elite. I imagine we'll be getting custom shields, because I think at the moment these guys don't have it. They have the Iron Reinforced Highland Shield. Obviously, I thought the Stark Shield was in the mod, but maybe it wasn't, because it's quite a common and useful item. Maybe it's the elite. Obviously, you have Bolton men as well which look cool. And a lot of different units as well. So you've got Karstarks, Boltons, and also some Freys as well. And I kind of like the way they've done this as well for a lot of the recruits. So kind of a free house levies. I mean, you kind of specifically pick them into a certain house. So you have the Boltons as your cavalry and the Karstarks. And there's loads more to choose from as well. Some banners as well. Looking very cool. But yeah, if I quickly find the Starkmen. So if we go down here, and we go to the Starks, are they even here? Your Brotherhoods without banners as well. They apparently have no units in their roster, but they are around. You see them, the Golden Company as well. They can go. I don't know why their units don't quite show up here. But yeah, if we go to the north, and you'll be able to find, maybe it's these guys who have the Stark Shield. Or maybe not. Maybe the custom shields aren't in yet, which makes sense. You know, still very much a work in progress. This mod is also made by one guy, I'm pretty sure as well. So really impressive. For sure. And yeah, again, if we take a look at the, yeah, you can see the rest of the northern roster there as well, coming out of that. Wars are also pretty interesting in the mod as well. Lots of factions do fight one another and get stuck in. You can already start to see some of the wars erupting. Edmure Tully is at war with the Reach and the Iron Islands, so raids will be coming in and devastating the campaign map. If we go down here as well, you can take a quick look at the Reach's soldiers. Right here as well, leveling up slowly but surely. And, you know, a lot of armor pieces are being added in, slowly replaced. You're seeing more and more custom stuff added in as the mod gets more and more developed, which is always great to see. Again, the amazing thing about this mod as well, you even have the Tarth homeland there, is that like you can have an entire playthrough out here in the Dothraki Sea and just move around there, causing mayhem, recruiting brave Dothraki soldiers, and yeah, just going around and causing, just destroying everything in your path. With the Dothraki units really strong. And of course you have the queen herself, Daenerys Targaryen, out here recruiting. What does she recruit from here, I wonder? Does it go to Unsullied? No, it's just kind of normal. Yeah, you can do level up into Unsullied. So you become off with this warrior, and then your nuts chopped off, and then you turn into an elite Unsullied. That's cool. I like the way you do that. If you recruit from here, you just get Mercenary Guard. Cool. Good to know. As I said, there are hundreds of new armor pieces as well. We can take a look at a few of them right now. So weapon-wise, you have a whole range of new added weapons from the Dothraki blade as well. It looks really cool, the curved blade. Very nice indeed. You got Robert's Warhammer as well. If I just get rid of a few of these, you can see that. Your Robert's Warhammer crashing down on your opponents. And then there's tons of new swords and spears and different types, more battle axes as well. I think these are the ones that the Ironborn wear, wield into battle. Custom a lot more armor pieces as well. So if we go down here again, there's a lot of custom ones, but there are also a lot more. So you have the new Greyjoy armor. I believe this was recently added, looking very cool. A lot of different coats of arms as well. So, when you're basically just diving into battle, you'll be able to see that. I believe also there are some more Vale armor. Got the Lannister armor as well. I believe there's some really cool like head masks as well. So you can actually be like a harpy and other stuff like that. And there you got some Dothraki armor as well, just pure chest, and it does give some body armor. Again, I guess it's just to kind of balance things out a little bit more. Some Northern armor, and also if you want to be you kind of have the woman's armor. Yeah, you can be a wight as well. Look at that, that's so cool. I like how they've replaced it, so you can actually have like a proper armor, but be a wight. Which is kind of cool, and then kind of have both over. I think that's a really nice way of doing it. So the way the modders created it is making it as a shoulder piece so that they can have helmets and other equipment on top of that, which adds loads of kind of customizability. You got some Northern pommels as well, adding in there some pretty thick ass armor. And then there's just, obviously a whole tons of different helmets and equipment that you can mess around with. If you use something like My Little Warband, you can really create kind of your own custom Game of Thrones house and kind of go from there, new boots and other stuff. As I said, there's hundreds of new armors and weapons to mess around with, so you can really create some good custom uniforms, even be Daenerys Targaryen and run into battle right to that. Oh yeah, we never looked at the Night's Watch as well. Yeah, the Night's Watch are obviously also in the mod, and actually has a bit more play as well. I feel like previously you don't really have much to do if you were to play as the Night's Watch, but you could go and support them and go beyond the wall and go hunting for wights and other stuff like that. So yeah, as you can see, the Night's Watch are in as well. You go all the way up to some stalwarts, horsemen, and you even have your crossbowmen as well to mess around with. And as I said, you can go north. I believe you can even duel the Night King in a 1v1, which is kind of cool. But yeah, you can go beyond the wall and see obviously Mance Raider, and there's no wildlings here at the moment, but the wildlings also have their own roster, and then the wights roam around causing havoc out here. You have the free folk out here, creating some good units and archers and other stuff. Obviously not very heavily armored, but yeah, you can go on your crusade out there. Even have the fens and tons of wights. So yeah, if you're beyond the wall, you're going to be busy fighting the White Walkers, that's for sure. And it's gonna be absolutely brutal. And then I believe the Night King, look how far north you can go. I believe the Night King is up here somewhere. He has like a hideout or something you have to discover. I mean, you can actually fight him, and he roams around as well, causing absolute mayhem. Yeah, I actually don't know where his hideout is. I guess it's something I don't want to spoil for you guys as well. But yeah, you have to find it and go out and there's Hardhome as well. Looking very nice out on here. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for the video. Kind of taking a good look at everything the mod does have to offer. Highly recommend you go check this mod out. It's awesome to have multiple Game of Thrones mods who all have their own different takes. Obviously, we have this one and Trials of the Seven, both doing, I think, very different things, which is kind of cool. The mods are doing kind of very separate things, but also kind of still keeping that Game of Thrones love in it. So yeah, definitely recommend this one. Definitely go out and play it, start your own campaign. If this video does well, so let's say if we get, I don't know, 450 likes on this video, I'll start a mini campaign on this. We'll kind of mess around. I'll get a bunch of mods, make a little bit of a mod list, and maybe even show that mod list off and let you guys know how to download it. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you drop a like and comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And remember, in the Game of Thrones, you either win or you die. Oh my god, that was so cringy. Fish out.